I welcome you to the last episode of our series 1, The Effective Worker. If you are joining us for the first time, I'd like for you to know that we started this series some weeks ago. And the primary goal of this series is that you become so valuable that your organization will find it difficult to let you go. So this is episode 6 of series 1, The Effective Worker. And today we are capping it up. So this is the capstone series by talking on building a professional reputation. What I want you to know for the beginning is that you are building a professional reputation in everything that you do as a worker. So the question is whether it is the right one that you are building. That's what we want to look at today. I want you to think about a person in your organization. Not the most senior person, not the most qualified, but the person that when their name comes up in a conversation, people will nod their heads. People trust them without needing to verify everything that they say. When there's a difficult conversation or assignment, their name is mentioned first. When there is a seat at the table that matters, someone finds a way to put them in it. You know this person. Every organization has one or two of them. Now, I want you to think about what makes them that way. Is it because of the degree they hold? I don't think so, because many people in the same organization have similar qualifications. Is it because of the job title? Titles will come and go. Is it because of who they know? So because they have some networks. But I want you to know that a borrowed relationship will only open doors once. A borrowed relationship is like your network. They open door for you, but you have to sustain, you have to keep that door open. I think what makes that person irreplaceable is something they build over the years, over time. Something they build over time. Over time. By the choices they make in small moments that most people did not think were being watched. It is their professional reputation. And one thing I want you to know about reputation is that you are building one, even right now, by what you do in your organization, how you do it, whether you are thinking about it or not. Every meeting you attend, every email that you send, every commitment you keep or break, every conversation you handle well or handle poorly is adding or subtracting from the reputation you have in your organization. So what exactly is reputation? So let's look at anatomy of a reputation. Remember, because we are dealing with the effective worker, it means we are looking at it from the organizational perspective. So a reputation is a sum, SUM. That's why you see me use the plus, the multiplication sign, the equal to sign. Is the sum of what people believe to be true about you based on their direct experience of you over time. So notice three things in this definition. What people believe to be true about you based on their direct experience of you over time. First, it is based on belief, not fact. People do not always have complete information. So they make judgment based on patterns they have observed. This means reputation can be shaped, but it cannot be faked sustainably. So you have to being authentic is not optional. Secondly, it is based on direct experience, not what you say about yourself on your CV, on your social media handles. It is what people actually experience in interactions with you. Lastly, it develops over time. A reputation is not built in one brilliant moment. It is built through the accumulation of consistent behavior across many moments, most of which feel ordinary at the time. So you're doing something ordinary, but it's forming your reputation. So I want you to pause and reflect, and this may feel uncomfortable. Number one, if your three closest colleagues were asked to describe you professionally in 3 words, what will those words be? Number two, it's not the 3 words that you will choose for yourself. Oh. The 3 words that they will actually use based on their honest experience of working with you. Number two, are those the words you want? Number three, now I want you to think about your supervisor. If they were recommending someone for a challenging new role or an important assignment, will your name come up? Will your name come up? If yes, why? If no, what is standing between you and your name coming up if they were to recommend? Your answers to these questions are the beginning of your reputation strategy. So I want us to look at the 6 pillars of professional reputation. I called it the 6 load-bearing pillars so that they are standing over time. Because as we look at as we look at each of the pillar, you will see that There will always be challenges in keeping to those pillars, in maintaining them. So that's why I use the word load bearing. A professional reputation is built on 6 consistent behaviors. These are not personality traits you either have or do not have. They are choices you make repeatedly until they become the thing people associate with your name. Pillar 1, reliability. Do you do what you said you would do when you said you would do it? This sounds simple. It is not common that you do what you say you will do when you will say you will do it consistently. In most organizations, the person who consistently deliver on their word becomes visible within months. You do not need to be the most talented person in the room. You need to just be the most dependable one. Pillar 2, quality. We're not talking about perfection. We're talking about work that reflects genuine care and effort. People will always notice the difference between work done to maintain a standard and work done to just get it off the list. So I need you to know that your output is your signature. So make sure it represents you well. Pillar 3, in building professional reputation, integrity. Do the right thing, even when it costs you something. This is the pillar that gets tested when no one is watching you. When you could cut a corner and no one will know. When the easier path and the right path are different and you still choose to follow the right path. So integrity is not what you proclaim, it is what you do in those moments. Pillar 4, communication. We covered this in episode 4. How you communicate shapes how people experience working with you. So the professional who is clear, concise, and responsive builds a reputation for competence even before the work is seen. Poor communication, even around strong work, creates doubt. So if you didn't listen to that episode, I plead with you to go and listen to it. Pillar 5, ownership. To build professional reputation, a good one, you must take responsibility for your outcomes, not just your effort. When something goes wrong, own it early, explain what happened, and bring a solution. When something goes well, share the credit. The professional who owns their results without deflecting builds trust faster than any other behavior. Number 6, consistency. This is the one that most people underestimate. All the 5 pillars I've mentioned above mean nothing if they only show up when it is convenient or when someone important is watching. Reputation is built in the ordinary moments. The Monday morning when you are tired and you will still do what is right. The Friday afternoon when everyone has mentally left the workplace. The small tasks that nobody will ever review. You still do all of them the same way every time. That is consistency. So I want you to know that our reputation cannot be fake sustainably. It cannot. So let's look at what reputation is not. Let me clear these 3 things that reputation is not, because This misconception cause professionals to invest energy in the wrong places. So number one, reputation is not self-promotion. You do not build a professional reputation by talking about yourself. You build it by being consistent and letting others talk about you. The professional who consistently announces their achievement tend to produce the opposite effect from the one they intend. People become skeptical. Let your work speak. Then let the people who experience your work, do the speaking. Number two, reputation is not a one-time achievement. Reputations are not granted. They are maintained. One moment of brilliance does not build a reputation. Neither does one moment of failure destroy one. But a pattern of either maintained over time will define you. The question is not who you are at your best, it is who you are consistently. So it's not a one-time achievement. Reputation is not the same as popularity. Some of the most respected professionals I have worked with are not the most liked. They are the most trusted. There is a difference. Popularity is based on how people feel about you. Reputation is based on what people know about you through experience. So focus on being trustworthy, not likable. Trustworthy people become valuable. Valuable people become irreplaceable. So it's not built on one brilliant moment. It is built deliberately if you start doing it today. So I want to go back to that person I talked about at the beginning. The one that when there's an opening, somebody will recommend them. The one that their names comes up, people trust them. The one whose name comes up when there is a seat at the table that matters. Now, this professional did not start her career differently from her peers. She was not more gifted. She did not have better connection or a more impressive degree. But she made a decision 10 years ago, earlier in her career. She made a decision that shaped everything that followed. She decided to treat every assignment as if it were being watched, even when it was not. She decided to deliver on every commitment, even the small ones that nobody would have noticed if she had left them to just sleep. She decided to be the kind of professional whose name you could attach to something important without worrying about the outcome. She was not always the fastest. She was not always the loudest in the room. She was not always recognized in the moment. But over 10 years, through consistent choices in small moments, she became the person that the organization fights to keep. And the materials she used were the same ones available to every professional in this series: work ethics, visibility, time, communication, boundaries, and consistency. What we have spoken about in the last 5 episodes and also in this episode, this current one. So let's look at how to actively build your reputation. 6 strategic habits to build your reputation. I call it blueprint reputation. Building a reputation is not passive. It requires intentional choices. And so let's look at the 6 practical things you can do starting this week. Number 1, identify the 2 or 3 things you want to be known for. What do you want people to say when your name comes up? Pick 2 or 3 qualities and build your behavior around them deliberately. If you want to be known as someone who is reliable, audit every commitment you make. If you want to be known as someone who communicates clearly, apply the BLUF to every email and every verbal update. We dealt with this in earlier episodes. So if you listen to from episode 1, you'll understand what BLUF means. Number 2, second strategic habit. Deliver beyond the minimum on your most visible work. Not everything deserves exceptional effort, but your most visible assignment, the ones that your director, your supervisor sees, the one that represent your team or your organization, deserve your best. This is not about overworking, it's about choosing where to invest your quality. Be consistent in the invisible moments, the small tasks, the routine interactions, the Monday morning emails when nobody is paying attention. These are the moments that compound into reputation over time. 4, build relationship across levels. Your reputation is shaped by people above you, beside you, and below you in your organization. The director who trusts you, your colleague who recommends you, the junior colleague who speaks well of you because you treated them with respect. All 3 matters. Number 5, ask for feedback and act on it. Find one trusted colleague or mentor and ask them directly, what is one thing I could do differently that will make me more effective? Then listen without defending, then change. Professionals who seek and act on feedback build reputations for self-awareness and growth. And the last strategic habit, protect your reputation actively. When you are overstretched, the quality of your work suffers. When the quality of your work suffers consistently, your reputation suffers. This is why episode 5 was on saying no, was not just about protecting your time. It was about protecting the standard that defines your name. So this week, as we bring this series to a close, I want you to take 20 minutes this weekend. Write down the 3 words you want to be known for professionally. Then write down the 3 most important behavior that will produce those words in the people you work with. Then identify one gap, one place where your current behavior does not match the reputation you want to build. And commit to one specific change you will make this week in that area. So I call it the 3-3-1-1 action plan. 3 words, 3 behaviors, 1 gap, 1 change. This is your starting point to building a professional reputation. So what are our key takeaways today? You are building, number 1, you are building a reputation right now, whether you are thinking about it or not. The question is whether you are building the right one. Number 2, reputation is not built through Reputation is built through consistent behavior in ordinary moments, not through a single impressive performance. The 6 pillars are reliability, quality, integrity, communication, ownership, and consistency. All 6, not 4 out of the 6. You have to master the 6 of them over time. Reputation is not self-promotion. It is not popularity. It is not a one-time achievement. It is what people know about you through direct experience over time. And the most powerful thing you can do for your professional reputation is to integrate everything in this series into how you show up every day. I want to thank you for your time. But before we go, let's look at the complete system architecture of the effective worker. We started by looking at work ethics, taking responsibility seriously. We started with that. We said work ethics is the foundation, the values and habits that determine how seriously you take your responsibility, whether or not someone is watching. We went to episode 2, managing up. We talked about visibility, because your good work that nobody sees is a career limitation. And then we moved to episode 3. We talked about focus, time, and priority mastery, because being busy and being productive are not the same. And then we went up to episode 4. We talked about communication that will give you influence. We titled it Communication That Gets Results, because technical competence gets you into the room, but communication skill determine what happens once you are in the room. And then we looked at episode 5, saying no without hurting relationships. So you define your boundaries. That gave you boundaries, because your no is what makes your yes worth something. And today, episode 6 brings it all together, reputation, because all of the above from episode 1 to 5, practice consistently over time becomes the thing that your organization cannot afford to lose. This training is not theory. This is a practical system, and it is available to every professional, whether in Nigeria, across Africa, all over the world. It is available. If you master this, it will be difficult for your organization to let you go. So with this, we have come to the end of series 1, the effective worker. 6 pillars, 6 episodes, 6 skills, 1 framework for becoming the professional the organization cannot afford to lose. So please, if this series added value to your work, your growth, or your team, I want to ask you one thing. Please like it, share it, subscribe to our channel so we can reach more people when you help us to share. Don't just like it, please share it. Send it to a colleague who is working hard but feeling, I'm not doing well, not getting it right. Share it with your team. Send it to the young professional in your family who is just starting out. Post it on your LinkedIn with a reflection on what landed for you. The more professionals across Nigeria, Africa, and all over the world that have access to this practical, relevant, and high quality training, the stronger our workplaces become. This is what Translate Consulting is here to do. And we are just getting started. And so we have come to the end of the series 1. We are moving into the team leader's edge. 6 episode 2 on practical skills that turns a good worker into a leader that people choose to follow. If you manage people, supervise a team, or you are preparing to step into a leadership role, series 2 was built for you. So please subscribe, turn on your notification, share this channel with one person today. Thank you for your time. We'll see you in the next series.